I handed that over to him.
You
All right,
learned
we are live. I'm sorry, I'm gonna ask you to repeat that for me just one last time, and I won't bug you anymore. Go ahead, Empress.
Say
Just
the
repeat from the start or just
there from the beginning.
okay, so the ascendant, the same thing as the rising sign. So essentially it
Empress.
first impressions, how people first perceive you when they first start getting to know you. So your ascendant being in Virgo would mean that when people first start getting to know you, they likely see you as a very analytical person, someone who's very detail oriented, someone that's very organized, structured, and striving for perfection in a way because they critique themselves and they critique other people a lot. And then on top of that, it's in conjunction with your sun sign. So your sun is in Virgo, so you also operate like this, all the traits I just listed. You operate like that on a day-to-day is in Virgo, so you also operate like this, all the traits I just listed. You operate like that on a day-to-day basis. Your sun represents your core identity / ego. Your moon represents kind of how you handle emotion. Or could mean that you feel your emotions pretty deeply, right? And you sense other people's emotions pretty easily. Yeah. And your Mercury represents communication. Your Venus represents how you are in love and relationships. Your Mars represents your smex, your drive, your aggression, right? So your Mercury in Virgo would mean you communicate like a Virgo. So you communicate in a very structured, organized fashion, I guess. Or when you can communicate, basically people get Virgo energy from you.
Like a robot. Now I hear you.
Mm-hmm. Communicate.
it's different than just a regular Virgo Mercury. It could be more inconspicuous. Maybe people could be more inconspicuous as well. At least I think the 12th house is linked to music or inspiration, I should say.
Talents, things like people might not always know like what you have up your sleeve.
Absolutely. I am, very silent with certain things.
He's a man of many talents. Everybody.
No, absolutely not. Not
Other
until some things are further along before you show your hand. Once
house.
you show, you can't unshow.
Yeah,
The
the
12th
12th
house is
house
what
hidden.
rules hidden things.
Yeah. So your ego, your mind, even your ascendant is hidden from others, and even yourself at times.
So maybe people don't really get to know him. Or
Purposely,
people,
because the music also did that as a child. If you're exposed to so much as a young man, you're just gonna want to shut away from the world. So I credit that to music.
Yeah, you're naturally misunderstood even outside of music.
mm-hmm.
Iman, he did say that earlier. You're correct.
Okay.
Absolutely.
His Venus being in Libra, he's a very loving individual, I could imagine, in relationships at least. Yeah, in relationships, he wants to see balance, he wants to see beauty, he wants to see fairness. So yeah, that's how I perceive. That's how I would describe Venus in Libra. Anybody else want to chime in on that?
I mean, Libra also speak the contracts and
Yeah, very diplomatic, agreeable.
yeah.
People. Yeah.
And Libra is at home in Venus, so you will like that energy will be very natural. And the way that you're describing your process when developing a song, that definitely could be influenced through your Libra Venus, because one thing about us is we really enjoy a harmony to something.
And it being in your second house, you those partnerships will be ideal for your immediate money, like the money you would have in your wallet, your bank account. The money you have immediate access to will be geared or affected by partnerships.
Sounds like trusting is not the right thing for me to do.
Well, you also have that Aries in the 8th house, so that's like a little polarizing because they're the opposite of each other. And the 8th house is about shared resources, and
I
then
was
Aries
I,
there is
I will say with him having that situation that maybe early, I don't know, because you also have to remember that he's progressed in life. So that could have been him early on in life where like he was looking for like a person to be bolder, director in terms of maybe partnerships where that Aries energy, where the partner was the person who probably was like the person would show up like that for him. But I feel like maybe as he's gone along, he's become the Aries energy that he was looking for.
yeah, because that's his North Node as well, so he was supposed to do that.
Okay. So the Mars in Capricorn.
Oh, can I get into that? Because I have the same placement.
Sure.
Mars in Capricorn, for example, think of Mars as the planet of passion and drive, right? So when you have a drive in that certain planet, you want it's like a very I don't want to label it angry, but it's like there's a lot of drive here. So having Capricorn here is good. I think that's the best placement you can have in Mars because Capricorn is like the discipline, the disciplined soldier who does the right thing, who's very loyal. So
To a
that's
fault.
why this.
To
Not
a
Yeah,
angry,
fault.
passionate. Like that's where your passion comes from.
yeah. So your drive, your drive, or your like, it's like very structured. It's like for the long term. Is not You're not an impulsive person at all. You plan things for the long way, the right way. You're very good with challenges. Once you come across challenges, I feel like if even in any room that you're in, if there's a problem that like comes up, I think people look at you to sort of like see them through it or guide them through that problem because you're probably the person who's like very
Gets
level-headed.
tiring.
It does get tiring, right? Because people then there's like that over dependency on you to solve everything. Once people see that you're the quote unquote strong person, they want you to handle everything for them.
And
So
you guys wonder why I hide.
yeah, I sort of deal with that. Also, your Mars being in the fifth house. The fifth house is the house for like arts, creativity. What else is fifth house associated with? Children also. So I think just hearing a little bit about your background, your passion for music, that could that's I think the fifth
I got a
house.
question when you guys are done. Go ahead. Fifth house, go ahead.
Um,
You
but
mentioned children. I shouldn't have told you guys how many I had. Maybe you guys should have guessed my future and how many children I'm gonna have.
um, I don't really have any guesses about children, but I'll say the way you go about life is always seeing it the long way. So having investments, buying houses, making sure your family is good. So Mars in Capricorn is a very good placement. And I think from hearing from your story, that shows a lot in your achievements and a lot of the success that you already had in life.
Really, very clear. Thank you so much.
I would say with you having this fifth house in Capricorn that your children might have been if they were not the initial, they might have been like the long term motivation that might have matured you in the direction you've been going currently.
Absolutely, that made a big difference.
Okay, so
Definitely
Jupiter.
pointed you in the right direction.
Jupiter is all about luck and abundance, and Jupiter is in a perfect placement in your chart. Jupiter is in Pisces. Person's very lucky. Do you experience a lot of luck, Rampage?
Get you my spoil.
Yeah, and you also with the Jupiter in Pisces, you're a very wise person. So you'll sometimes know things without even like having to like go out of your way to like figure it out. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'll let it play out sometimes too. I'll be like, okay, all right. Let's see if you're that unwise.
He
mm-hmm.
also
You'll
he
allow it
also
to play out.
he also gets introduced to a lot of different things as well. Clearly, this is playing out right now as we're talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Absolutely. But
also,
also very, very disciplined on what I allow myself to engage in.
Right.
also, yeah. Also, Pisces being in your seventh house, so you like to build connection through, like, kind of feeling out the energy, like a strong spiritual and emotional connection with people as well.
Absolutely. And I can read those ones. The ones
You're,
who have the energy,
yeah,
you can tell it from really a mile away. But those are the only ones I allow to get close to me. I don't allow someone to choose me as a friend. I have to choose you to be the friend that I will allow myself to be vulnerable to. Can't get vulnerable to just every and anybody. Now, once you're my friend, you're my friend.
yeah, 100%. You're very intuitive. You can pick up on energy very well, basically.
The luck comes in because there's so much bullshit that has been avoided because of being able to pick up that energy.
I also want to say, you said something about hiding, and as a fellow son in the 12th house, I can definitely relate. But
Hmm.
I guess it's not really good because
Nope.
you do have to let your ego shine, and eventually,
In the right, and as long as it doesn't cost my legacy. Legacy is the most important thing to me. As long as it doesn't cost my legacy, then at that time I will express some ego. But until then, until when I know that all of my corners are covered,
what
because
you're
no
saying
one's perfect.
now, what you're
Hmm.
saying now is because the sun rules the 5th house. Well, I guess no, it's not Leo there.
No one's perfect. So my preference is to pay attention.
Yeah.
Very difficult to observe unwise circumstances and to have irrational people do rational things. Not wasting my time. But I'll let you knock yourself out though.
All right. So Saturn is the planet of restriction. This is like that disciplinarian parent that will basically take things away from you to so that you can teach to essentially teach you a lesson so you can improve in certain areas of your life. So with the Saturn and Sagittarius, I would imagine sometimes you struggled with just being more adventurous and seeking knowledge out on your own. Um, at times, does that
Um,
resonate?
seeking knowledge on my own, I wouldn't say so. I would say,
I mean, you probably struggled at
uh,
one point in your life, but you could have improved
yeah, yeah, I would
after
say
some
that
like
there is a point.
life lessons kind of thing.
I would say in my early life, but in my later life, no. My early life, I think one of the gentlemen were speaking. Certain things just came to you so easily. You didn't really have to
Think
go
about
through.
it.
Yeah, you didn't have to go through too much to recall the memory of how to move or how to handle whatever it is, whatever challenge was in front of you. Like you guys said, I was the problem solver, and it gets
Right.
tiring.
Do you feel like musically you were being guided by, you know, and like you weren't conscious of when you were making music? It was like you were inspired or being guided by God or
Hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. Everything that I've achieved in my life has come through music.
mm.
So I wasn't conscious enough, young enough, but I'm definitely more aware now.
Yeah, because you were in when you were in the music business, you were in a spiritual flow. So there wasn't
Yeah,
a focus on what you were doing. You were just doing it.
I was just doing it. Absolutely, it was not. I worked for it, but it also landed in my lap in some senses.
Right.
The Virgo in the 12th house, I mean the Mercury in the 12th house is like how you translated that because it's the divine, connection house, and so Mercury is how you communicate, and so you use that as a channel.
Heavily spiritual, yeah, heavily connected to the Most High, especially during my evolution. More worldly things may be now more of a distraction, but that was the base. Nothing would exist without that spiritual connection. So
I mean,
the music wasn't translating the way it was supposed to spiritually, but life was translating the way it was supposed to.
his son being in the 12th house and his midhaven being in the 10th house. That's those are mercurial energies, but they square off each other. So I would say that with that, who he is at home or who he is behind the scenes is not who he was on stage. He literally was it's kind of like
It's like a
how
character.
Beyonce,
It's
it's
like
kind
a
of like how
character, dude.
Sasha
Hmm.
Fierce on stage. Yeah,
It's
That
literally
part.
it's literally your Lilith. That's your Lilith Gemini evil twin. I call
Yeah,
it
when
evil,
that
but
thing comes out, dude, it's a whole different thing. And
right.
it's like a spirit. You guys are correct because it takes over, man. It's not the same person. It's not the same
Yeah,
who
you're
I am
definitely not the
speaking to
same
you right
person.
now. No, but while creating the song, I am who I am right now. While making the song with the repetitive motions, but when it's time to go perform it or to do a show or whatever it is, it's a whole different thing. And I myself don't understand. I can't comprehend how I can do things my friends can't do. If that makes sense.
it's literally a second personality with those Lilith and Geminis. And you really you won't understand. It's like a switch,
No, I won't understand the switch. I'll literally
no,
be at the
an
show
unconscious switch.
nervous. Yeah, I'll be at the show nervous, like, fuck, I'm about to go on with so many people out here. And I'm shaking in my boots. And by the
It's
time I get up,
it's the lights. Them lights hit your face. You're like, all right, I'm ready.
yeah, by the time I get off, the people who came to the show with me, I can't even speak to them because I haven't came out of that second character as yet. I can definitely identify with what you guys are
It's like a performative high.
referencing. Yeah, it's not good because it's the energy it summons. The energy it brings is a negative energy. What made my artistry more respected is more on the negative side of the music business. In dancehall, you have to be able to make certain type of songs during that time to even survive,
Right.
to record dub plates and to be able to make money and to earn, you have to be thinking and competing with what's out there. So I'm competing with everything you can think of as a young man. So I understood that that was necessary in order to stand out. And that character took over. So no one even calls me by my real name. Rampage is what everybody calls me. But Rampage don't come out until it's performing time.
Right.
You know, you can lose yourself in it too. So that spirit, that energy that's there, I don't understand what it is.
Hmm.
Sorry. All right, I'm back. Talk about Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Those are generational planets. I don't really go into too much depth with those planets, but Pluto and Scorpio, I could imagine you have the ability to transform yourself and transform other people around you with that type of planet. Does anyone agree?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, I would speak more of it being in the second house and transforming your money and how you make money immediately.
His values has changed over the years, especially when he became a father.
So what's in the fourth house?
Yeah, I
Sagittarius.
basically dropped the music when I became a father.
So do your kids like travel? Are your kids like away from you?
Oh yeah. Well, I travel more than I would have them travel. But they're definitely at home safe, but I'm always on the move because I have businesses in different states.
Hmm.
All right.
I think we pretty much did everything.
North Node in Aries, Lilith in Gemini. North Node represents ultimately what your life path is so you can achieve your goals. So you need to essentially embrace more of the Aries traits in order for you to achieve your goals. And what are those Aries traits? Those Aries traits could be being more bold, being more assertive, focusing on yourself more than other people. That can be perceived as selfish to others, but it is what it is. Also, even at times, Aries can be impulsive, aggressive, stuff like that, but it is what it is. Yeah. What else is associated with Aries? Oh, being very self-reliant, independent. Any goal you put your mind to, you're gonna work towards that goal. So embracing those traits will should help you work towards your life path, essentially.
I mean, just with his North Node being in the eighth house, that means his South Node was in the South
South Node
Node.
is in Libra, so in his past life, his life
Is,
path was a Libra, basically.
I wouldn't even have to go far and say his past life. I would just say his younger life. His younger life, he probably might have been focused more on partnerships and
Relationships and
working with
stuff, yeah.
people. Yeah, but I feel like even even before he became a father, like I feel like
South Node would mean Libra, and the South Node is connected to past life as well.
yeah. But I'm just saying I feel like even as a younger person, he might have been focusing more on partnerships and stuff like that. But as it got older, the experiences he went through probably morphed his mind on maybe I need to focus on myself more because I get a lot done with me than with others.
Oh,
You know, so
absolutely. Absolutely. There's hardly anything that becomes what it needs to be without that touch. And my father is one of those guys. He is a staple. Father lives in the Bahamas. He is an automotive technician. I mean, he does. Basically, anything you can think about electrical with the car, as far as reprogramming anything. He doesn't do the mechanical aspect of things. He's just a tech. And my father is like the type of father who's like Father Abraham with 20 something kids. He's helped a ton of different young men to become men and get that training. And so I have a father that's like a military father, like a very well respected man in the community.
What is his sun sign?
My father, he's a Taurus.
Interesting.
Yeah, you said your mum is a Capricorn and your father's a Taurus.
Taurus, yeah.
Okay.
So my upbringing was, man, my mom is very ambitious. My
You can
mom
tell
is a
your dad.
doctor. My mother
You
is a
can,
doctor.
you can tell that your dad was a lot of your conditioning because of the fact that your ninth house is represented by Taurus.
Oh yeah. My father is a major part of the structuring of the training of the mind frame of everything. My mother was influential too because she's a go-getter. She's a business-oriented mom. My mother is probably the most educated person in my family on my mother and my father's side. So my father and my mother was probably the staples of both of their families.
Yeah,
If
but
I'm
they,
being
they they both educated you in a different way.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. My father was more of the disciplinarian and the structure guy. My mom was the reach for the stars and don't think about how if you're gonna drop out of the sky.
Right.
Yeah. My father was you gonna fall out the sky. Gonna fall on your ass. My mom is like, don't worry about it. You'll figure it out.
So would you say your father focused, like when it came to your career, like in your early years, was it more on how to manage money, how to not fall into these traps?
How to not get played. My
Yeah,
parents are worried about getting played in the music
yeah.
industry. And because by that time I had become a father and I had a lot of voices in my head. I wouldn't do the traditional thing that's required. The system wanted me to go a yard, go fight with everybody, and my parents didn't want that to happen because they know what that looked like on the flip side. Because of our roots and where we're from and the connections, etc., etc. So I would say they both were protective in their own way as far as trying to stay away from the music industry, especially when that character was turned on. When that thing takes over whoever I am in that moment, it's something my parents didn't want to embrace, especially my mother. But the rest of the world, them especially believably embraced it. So I was ahead of my time.
Okay, does anyone want to explain this Lilith and Gemini? Or Trunk, maybe?
I didn't say enough already.
Okay, you don't want to add anything? Alright, cool. I guess we can skip that. House 2 in Libra, we already talked about that with his finances. House 3 in Scorpio. So your communication style, we did talk about that already. House 4, we did talk about that. House 5.
Unless you want to know like what it is specifically.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand. I would rather you go ahead and
His house too also
express.
is also at Scorpio, so
Ooh,
it's
he's
Scorpio.
wait, hold on. So the Lilith is your fight or flight response. It's what that life or death feeling that you have, and it being in the 10th house, so it just resonates with your public image. Particularly, why I called this out earlier, because I have Lilith and Geminis in my life, and Geminis already have twins. They have twin personalities, but when Lilith is there, Lilith is literally your second personality. So usually Lilith is, the unconscious, ruler of, what makes someone fight for their life, basically. What someone would take personally to the utmost level. And it's being in Gemini, your communication is that important to you. Communication is life or death.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I have a question for you, Trunk. So
Yeah.
my Lilith is in Libra, and my ascendant is also in Libra. What in the hell does that mean? Them being both in the same sign.
I have that as well in Aries, but I haven't encountered too many Lilith and Libras. I usually just I can talk about so much about Gemini because I literally live with one. I haven't encountered a Lilith in Libra.
Okay, so you don't know anything about that placement.
I mean, I would assume that relationship. What house do you have it in?
12.
The 12th house.
Yeah, Lilith and Libra is expressed in the 12th house, which also doesn't make sense. I'm like, what does that mean?
That's probably why it doesn't make sense. So unconsciously, it's that's the thing. I know a lot of people with Lilith in the 12th house. So Lilith is hidden from you. It's unconscious to you in general. Like, you're not gonna know it. So it's like it'll come up in just like randomness that maybe other people will notice, but you won't.
You have an internal there's an internal fight happening there with social grace meets hidden desire.
But it's unconscious. It's in your subconscious. It's not. You can't be aware of it yourself.
But I also have ascendant Libra, so what the fuck?
That's the internal
that's what I'm
fight.
saying. Like, some shit it's not making sense. Like, but
Steven, that's what I'm saying. That's the internal fight. Because of who you are is fighting what you desire within you. Who you are on the outside when you show up on this online panel, who you show up in your real life does not always come with what you desire. You give what people need to get from you. Like how you were talking to us right now, that you need to talk to us like this to create conversation, to keep this conversation going. But that doesn't necessarily mean this is how you talk all the time. There are other things that you'd like to get into. There are other conversations that you have. And I feel like with you having the Libra in those placements, there's an internal conflict happening there. Sometimes there are conversations you desire to talk about that you don't speak on.
Or when you do, it's how can I describe it? Like the person that I know, they have a Lilith in the 12th house, and it's like they're almost as scared of themselves in some way. It's just like how Rampage is talking about his Lilith, like it's like another personality. That in the 12th house is that, but it's like,
because you got to remember that Libra at all times is a scale. So that's speaking to having to always get back to balance. But with you, you're always going through the seesaw because you're like, I want to be socially graceful, but I also want to have my own way of thinking. And you also have to think about doing that where you don't disrupt people not having a conversation with you. You want to be able to state how you feel, your point of view, while still being pleasing that it creates conversation around you. I mean, but you kind of do this every day with these panels, though.
that's how it can feel like with Lilith. Like it's almost like your Mars, but in like a more personal way.
So her Lilith drew me in is basically what you guys are saying.
Yeah, because she's speaking on hidden desires. Like astrology is not something everybody's It's not on everybody's heart. It's on her heart to speak about because it's different from the norm.
Okay.
But also having it on your ascendant brings it out more where people can see it,
Interesting.
where it's more prominent. I have the same in Aries.
Okay. So with a Libra and ascendant and a Libra and Lilith expressed in the 12th house, all the hidden desires that I have, it's easier for me to like showcase it.
Maybe because it's on your ascendant, maybe other people would see it.
Or other people see it.
Discuss about it doesn't necessarily mean everybody's going to come in and talk about it. She talks like she will get on here and do different types of lives, and she'll speak to the topic that she wants to speak on. Doesn't necessarily mean everybody's going to jump in to here. Like, right now we're here and she's speaking on astrology.
Mm-hmm.
Right now you have 6 of us right now on this panel along with you.
Mm-hmm.
But other days you might be speaking on the diaspora. Other
I switch up my topics a lot.
Right. So you're speaking on different things and you're speaking to what's on your heart.
I want to say it's relational, just like how Lilith and Gemini, it's like a dire need for communication. Then you'll have a dire need for relationships in an unconscious way.
Oh God, that explains a lot.
She'll create room for relational conversations to be had. Doesn't necessarily mean those she's going to create a topic everybody wants to talk about.
You said that doesn't necessarily mean
you're going to speak on every topic that everybody feel comfortable with talking about. Like everybody's not comfortable talking about astrology.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody's not comfortable.
Right.
I don't think it's about conversation.
She's engaging enough to have someone pay attention though. So
I would say it's more about relating than conversation specifically.
But I'm saying it because of what she does on a daily. Is in her 10th, like the energy that she speaks from is her 10th house. This is
she
her.
Said 12.
No, I'm saying her being on this stage is her in public. I get that she's talking about the 12th house placement, but I'm speaking to her like in her public facing. These conversations that she has, some of them are not conversations everybody wants to have. She gonna still have them. Somebody's gonna get on stage and talk to her. So whether it's a person,
like this is not a conversation I would ever have in my entire lifetime. But
right,
to be truthful, she intrigued me enough for me to want to check her out to see if she
I
could
also
transcend past her attitude because she had a bit of a spice.
Maybe that's your superpower, because I always say Lilith is your superpower as well when you master it.
So the way she's been able to
the superpower is to be able to convince people to talk about shit that maybe is not
relate to
one wouldn't normally talk about.
What people would normally talk about, yeah.
To relate to one another, to build harmony.
Interesting. I used to host support groups back in the day. I don't know.
I was thinking because it's your ascendant, it's the first interaction that people have with you. So it's like they're not easy interactions. They're pretty intense interactions because they're talking about personal stuff. So what I'm getting from what you guys said is that she's pretty captivating in a way. I think.
Yeah, she's able to be captivating. She's able to be pleasing in a way that it allows people who wouldn't talk about these type of topics with other people. They're willingly able to want to talk to her about these topics.
Mm-hmm.
Rampage himself just said he wouldn't
try to make people comfortable.
Right. Rampage himself just said he wouldn't talk about this conversation daily, but because of how he heard you sound talking about it on here, he decided to join in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the superpower of Lilith and Libra.
Interesting. Okay. Cool. I guess we can go back to Rampage's chart. Trying to see, did we touch on everything? I guess did we touch on house 7? Did we touch on
and I'm noticing something is being reserved. Someone's being conservative with something that wants to be said but is holding back on saying it. He said, I somewhat touched on that. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything.
Yeah, that's me. I wanted to talk
Oh
about.
wow, he's like, hey bro, I'm not even hiding.
Oh,
um,
I didn't even
yeah,
think about that.
it's his house 2. It's in Libra and Scorpio. We did a
Um,
talk on that.
we didn't.
Hey, more, bruv. I'd love to understand.
Okay. Sorry, just give me 1 second.
Yeah, crazy. Just to remind you, his second house is Libra, his third house is Scorpio.
Isn't Scorpio in the second house too? Just even though it's in his third house as well.
What do you mean is in the second house?
You see how his Pluto's in Scorpio? It says 2 next to it.
Yeah. His
So
Pluto's
wouldn't
in the second house, but the third house is filled with Scorpio though.
just filled with Scorpio.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't mean that he has Scorpio in his second house as well.
No, the placement is definitely in the second house, I'm saying, but the rest of his Scorpio energy is in his third house.
Yeah. Okay.
So he has Scorpio intercepted into house 2 as well.
No, he doesn't. He has a second house that's Libra. He has a third house that's Scorpio. Like nothing's intercepted in this chart. Every house has a one sign to it.
So I guess me and Crazy, we thought that when a degree is really low, that means it's like the previous sign of, like, that's right before the placement. If you know what I mean, like we thought it would affect that placement. Like, or is that a wrong way of looking at it?
That would only exist if you're talking about a chart well, this is my opinion on it. That would only exist if you're talking on a chart with intersected houses. Because you're going through all the degrees in those two houses.
Or is it because he doesn't have a skipped? Like the signs don't skipped. They're all in orders. That's why there's
Yeah,
no.
and everything in his chart is literally one to 2 degrees apart from each other.
Okay.
There's no
So I guess
like
Crazy, we have to keep that in consideration. A low degree doesn't necessarily mean that there's 2 signs in one house.
yeah, because like his Venus is at 23 degrees in the second house, but his house of Libra is at 7 degrees. Well, 7.5 degrees, I should say. So it's not like, because I understand what you're trying to say, but that's not the same situation happening here. If this was an intersected house, you would be able to see that the starting house would be at a low degree and then the second house would be at the higher degree. But his house is not like that.
Okay, I see.
There's more of his plan is being shifted out of placements. I mean, outside of the realm of the house versus it being within the house. That's why you see his Pluto is in the second house instead of the third house.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. I get what you're trying to say.
So okay. All right. I guess we can move on to house 7. Did y'all talk about his house 7 with him already?
No, we really didn't. We ain't
Okay. So house 7, I think, represents like partnerships. So you could have an ideal partnership possibly with a person with the Pisces placement. That's interesting. Does anyone want to chime in with that one?
Rampage.
Pisces, why give away the pum pum so much? May I listen to no?
Rampage, have you had a lot of creative partners? And I'm not just talking about in dating, I'm just talking about in general.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because with
When you
you
say
have,
creative, what are you referencing? Let
I
me get
mean,
that description first.
yeah, so for me, creativity doesn't just speak to I mean, because you're in music, so that's one area of creativity. Um, they're thinking, they're planning, lots. You have people around you that are outside the box of thinking. It is considered the more,
Absolutely.
yeah. So
Yeah. Majority of the people who I allow to be close to my circle, that's the type of people.
yeah,
You got to think outside the box and be able to process in a different way.
yeah, because I can see that from that seventh house, and then after the seventh house, everything is followed by initiator. You have like your eighth house is Aries. Aries is the initiator house, so that's a act. I would say that's a house focused on action. The ninth house is Taurus. That's a fixed energy. I look at Taurus as being a maintenance energy. They maintain, whereas the midhaven, the 10th house is Gemini. Geminis, in terms of how they are in public, they complete. They help people complete. They help people get to the answers. So that's how
I want to say, with the eighth house in Aries, have people like violently died around you?
Oh, whoa.
Yes.
Damn. How'd you
Where
know
the
that,
name
Ken?
Rampage, that's where the name Rampage comes
Well, I guess House 8 also represents what, transformation or something like that?
death and
Death,
transformation.
and then Aries is makes it violent and like more
I mean,
physical.
Aries is the god of war, so you have to understand why he spoke to that as well.
from. Yeah, some of the closest people to me, some of the most influential people. Um, the reason I am who I am today is one of my uncles, very close uncle of mine, and he was very influential in some of the biggest names you guys hear today that these people claim. I won't drop any names, but my uncle was the top dog. So yeah, died a very violent death along with a lot of my not siblings, my cousins and other people close, really close to my family, like a lot of people. My grandmother killed one of my cousin, another cousin that was really close to
Dang.
me. The cousin that avenged my uncle's death is, I guess he was tussling with my grandma one day, and she stabbed him in his abdomen.
All right,
And a few years
That he
later, he died.
was a bad one.
and we wonder why his name is Rampage. See, don't play a
Grow
Rampage.
up around a lot of violence, so that's why I silence myself, so I don't like. Because once you go into that direction, it's a different character that I can't control.
Right.
House 8 also represents open enemies. So there may be people that you've beef with.
You think so?
Yeah, that's what it says. When I looked it up, House 8 is open enemies and House 12 is hidden enemies as well.
I always thought they said that about the sixth house.
Really?
Yeah.
I
I never got
remember.
that about the eighth.
Yeah, I remember learning House 8 was connected with open enemies. So Rampage, do you know anyone that has Aries placements that like you didn't get along with growing up?
Aries placements, how would I identify those?
This or anyone that identified as an Aries?
Late March, April.
Hmm.
Right. They're impulsive.
Right, all the time.
Hmm. Some of my closest soldiers are Aries. All of the guys around me at the moment, majority of them are Aries. So,
Hopefully they're not open enemies.
huh?
Hopefully they're not open enemies.
Well, look, in
But
life, you never know what's in a person's mind.
right?
So you can never really judge what someone's thinking, but I will say envy, success, even without the music, I have other successes that create those levels of toxic envy within people. And I hate that about my life because it never stops.
So
So so I can't say any of them are my enemies. A lot of them are people who I have helped in life. But the same ones you help are the ones that will hurt you the most. So I do not put it past them that there may be potential enemies there. Um yeah, some of my foot soldiers, my workers in Miami and stuff like that in different states, they're all majority of my head guys are Aries. Maybe 4 or 5 of my guys are.
yeah, so I would say that open enemies and open adversaries show up in your 6th and 7th house, not the 8th.
Okay. All
Well,
right.
the
That's
eighth
something
is
I can accept.
shared resources
Correct.
and also debt.
Yeah.
I have a question. Do you have a lot of hardships in like marriage or your love life in general? Have you
Hardships.
do you have, I guess, in
Mm,
all of your partnerships where they're like, do you go through like some difficult relationships?
um, I would say I am too much of a giver,
Hmm.
and
So you
when you give too much, after a while, rampage comes out. So
so you might have felt exploited by some of these partnerships.
absolutely, and once that's the case, that you won't be able to control that natural aspect of your reaction. So I won't say, hey, I've been unfairly treated. I've allowed myself to be unfairly treated in certain circumstances, but not in all. Let's just put it this way. Let's say I am a very blessed man with a lot of ways.
But moon in Virgo. I have a moon in Virgo too, so
That's a scary placement.
no, it's not.
I guess it depends on what it's paired with. But her sun was what was her sun again?
Thought Sagittarius is up
All
there.
right, that helps. Yeah.
In the 9th house.
Yeah, if she had sun in Capricorn, that wouldn't be good.
Venus in the 8th house, which is always lovely.
She literally has all her Sag stellium is in like a 1 to 2 degree orb of each other.
So can someone just say her chart like one by one placement for me?
Yeah, I could do it. So she's so her 7th house is Libra, so that means she's an Aries rising, she's a Sag sun, she's a Virgo moon, Sag Mercury, Mars in what's that?
Libra.
Mars in Libra, Venus in what is it?
Sagittarius.
Sag. Yeah, she has Venus in Sag. She has Saturn in Sag.
Damn. Sorry. All right, continue.
Uranus and Sag.
Yes, yeah.
That's a lot of Sag. What the hell's going on here?
Neptune. Her Neptune is in Capricorn, but her Uranus is in Sag as well.
What the? Oh, what? What's her Pluto? Don't tell me her Pluto's in Sag.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So this woman.
No. Her Pluto's not.
Pluto's a square. Oh, I'm about to say that would not. Yeah, she doesn't need another Sag.
What's so interesting is
I'm fiery enough.
all your Sag placements are also all in the 8th house.
Not all of them. 2 of her placements are in the 9th.
Sun.
Oh, okay, that's true. But yeah,
Whose chart is this?
This is Lily's
The one on only Lily.
The Lily.
Not the Lulu. Yeah.
So I just want to confirm, because I always get told I'm fiery, confrontational, and apparently my chart says that. Because I always get told
they meet your fire from the first minute they meet you. Like it's your first. And they meet you. Like it's your energy. Like that's you.
it's just me. It's not any walls I'm putting up. It's not boundaries.
Yeah. Energy. Like that's you.
It's just me. It's not any walls I'm putting up. It's not boundaries.
Yeah.
Trauma or hiding anything. It's literally just my personality.
Yes, that's you all the way.
Well, wait, can you make it bigger?
Steven, can you make it bigger again?
Maybe she stepped away.
And then she stepped away.
I was gonna say the trauma is in that 8th house, probably. I was that Venus in the 8th house. Death, rebirth, renewal, shared resources, debt. With your relationship.
Yes, I have been through big changes. Generations. Obviously, my birth year, 85. I've seen a lot. So
sound bad, guys. Sound bad, guys.
Hey, can you make Frankie's while he's paused? Thank you. Wait, whose chart is this? Oh, the same chart.
Lily.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, her Sag, her Mercury, and her Venus. They're all like 0, 1, 2. Like they right there. And then the vertex is right there at 8 degrees. And then after that is followed by her Sun and then her Uranus at 12 and 17. So literally everything is, it's like a 1, 2, then 5 degree orb of one another.
So
what does mean with the degrees? I know you guys mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, that means that some of the energies in some of the energies of your placements were considered young to some people, and but it will also mean with you having the cluster of the placements at those energies. There's a prominent focus on it. There you go.
Oh.
it looks like the planet with your highest degree is Jupiter. And so in Vedic astrology, that they call that your soul point, your most important. So Jupiter would be your most important planet, and that makes sense because that rules Sagittarius, and that's where all your energy is.
I mean, she's Jupiter, literally, because she's Sag. I mean, Jupiter.
So it's a lot of overindulgence in like everything, knowledge.
Yeah, she tends to. She's not like she's a big picture thinker, so she tries to see different points of view. She tries to see.
But it's like I would say it probably is way too much because the Sagittarius people I know,
to some that would be considered too much, but to a Sag, they're doing just enough.
yeah, the Sagittarius people I know is like they want their cake and they want to eat it too. They cannot. It's like,
I mean, they don't become known. They wouldn't. Sages wouldn't be known as the teacher.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. Shorty was looking right though, low key, man.
She's married, I think.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she is.
Man, what's that to me, man?
It means a lot,
Yeah.
bro.
She's a married
Here
woman
we
with
go with the
kids.
shenanigans.
Gonna fly all
Man,
the
that ain't
way
my
to
problem.
South Africa.
Nigga said that ain't my problem.
You must be an Aries. The only people I know crazy like that is them Aries, bro.
Oh no, he's a Virgo.
No, you're a Virgo.
Well, he's got them Leo placements. He's very cool. Yeah.
Wait, so
Shit, I ain't looking for no.
what's your sign?
You said what?
What's your main three signs?
I'm a Virgo with the Libra rising and the Libra moon.
Oh, okay. What about you, Chunk? I know you say you're a Pisces. What's your moon and
Aries rising, Pisces sun, Virgo moon.
Oh, interesting. You actually had a lot of similarities with her then.
No, not really. Just the Virgo moon.
She had a Aries
Man,
rising
it
too.
really
Got
be
an Aries
bad.
rising.
Yo, man, it really be a bad. South Africa really be having them bad light skin shorties, huh?
They're not light skinned. They're colored.
Yeah, they call it color.
Somebody sound like you need a box of crayons or something.
God, man, damn, they look like that, man. Shit, I'm in love, man. Damn, I need to take a damn.
I thought you was pro-black.
Me, I am pro-black.
Oh, okay.
That's cap, bro.
Why you crazy? Why you say that, right?
Your kids gonna come out saying they colored. They're not black.
Oh, I mean, shit.
Not far enough.
I'm pro-black, but I'm
Man
also
said, give me a little white Chinese. Give me that Lee.
I'm pro-black, but I'm also I'm pro-beautiful.
He just said pro-black and also Gary, please.
What is your Lilith, Gary?
Huh?
What's your Lilith placement?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I don't even know
You
much
don't
about
know
stuff.
his chart off here. Crazy, I know more his chart than anything.
I think his Lilith is Lee.
I can't remember his Lilith. I remember up to his
Lee.
Luto.
Let me give you the DD.
Okay.
I think it was Sagittarius. Actually, wait, Gary, I remember your birthday. You could search it up. It's the 6th, right, of September, 1997? Was it? I can't remember. I don't know.
You're not finna tell us his information. We can hide that.
No, Gary, what is it again? 1990.
I don't even know, man, to be honest.
What do you say?
I don't even know, to be honest. I'm not even just old. I don't know nothing about this zodiac stuff.
Oh, did you bang your head?
Trunk, I have a Lilith in Libra in the 11th house.
No, but what year was it again, Gary?
Did you notice Bad Gal has Lilith in Libra too?
Yeah, we actually have a lot of similarities.
Yeah, Lilith in 11th house. So your superpower is networking, getting people together.
Yes, that's true. I connect people. I think because I share resources. So if it's like anyone that comes across me, if they want to know something, if I don't know it, I'll always make sure to connect them to somebody that knows in my circle. Which is funny enough. There was this like networking, this like woman networking group that I used to be a part of called Queen Bees. And the whole plot of it was there'll be a group of women, there'll be a queen bee, she'll say what she needs, and then there's a worker bee, and then that worker bee goes around and gets resources for the queen bee.
So which one were you?
I was a worker bee.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Sounds like the crown. It sounds like the crown to me.
it sounds like what?
He said like the
Like
crown.
the monarchy.
Wait, Trunks, what's your
What's wrong with the monarchy?
Wait, what'd you ask me?
What's your mean of Mercury?
Virgo and Aquarius.
Nothing's wrong with it. A lot of positives been spawned from the monarchy, brother. I'm sorry for interrupting.
I love the monarchy.
Yeah, that's why I find it funny.
What about the patriarchy?
Oh, I love that even more.
You're pro-black?
Yep.
Interesting.
Why you saying that? Wait, so you don't believe the black family should be led by a strong black man?
Whatever you believe, I'm not gonna argue with you.
I think women really lead families in black families.
Yeah, we see where that's gotten us.
I thought you were all about the monarchy.
You see where patriarchy gone us.
Well,
where is that, ma'am? With all due respect, I would love to understand.
Well, we live in a current world that's very patriarchal, so just go outside and look how the world
And
is set up.
you got lights, and you got food, and you've got cars. You got cars. You got
exactly.
airplanes. You got spaceships. You got quite a bit.
At the cost of what?
But why are you assuming that we wouldn't have
the vagina staying home?
Why are you assuming we wouldn't have those things if women were leading?
I'm just being provocative, by the way. I'm just messing with you, Iman.
I know
Well,
you wouldn't believe in all that.
I mean, I got.
Well, the thing about it is that we have those things because I feel historically men were. I think the reason that we have those things is because men have historically been attentive to our environment because we needed to understand our environment to ensure our survival, and so there came a sense of accountability to to collaborate and develop, whereas women have always historically benefited from the systems of network of security that we've provided. So
How's
somebody had to watch the camp. Somebody had to watch the camp, brother, while you go out and hunt.
All this speculative, based off of thoughts and not like.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, women are women are a lot more emotional when it comes to making decisions than men are.
No, but
that's not inherently true.
How about look at it this way? Because I'm very open-minded.
Because and it's because our society doesn't generally hold women to the same standard of accountability that men are held to.
No, but Gary, you have to look at society as just men and women. I feel like we haven't given women the chance. We've just done it, if you get what I mean. We've just gone and done it.
But brother, I think if they could have done it, they would have done it.
Just look at all these young black men that are raised by these single mothers and look how they turn out to be.
I mean, I was raised by a single mother, and I'm breaking the stereotype. I'm a single father right now. I look after my daughter. I do my best. So, yeah. It's just about perspective and experience,
Makes no sense to blame the parent that actually stayed and raised you.
Well, you know what? We should let women be leaders, and we should see, and let's see how that turns out.
Yeah, why do they be like, oh, look how the kid turned out for the single mother? It was like the whole father was right there. They didn't do nothing. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because the man she chose an irresponsible man.
No, but it's not just.
That's why a woman's father should choose her spouse for her, because women don't know how to choose men.
But then
All right. I think we're dead here.
Yeah.
Bad gal not here.
I'm sorry, I'm a very conservative male.
I understand.
It
I
shows.
try.
And there's no way you're pro-black while you're saying all of that. But
Oh, that actually makes me very pro-black.
no, it makes you the complete opposite, actually.
What? So, okay, so I'm interested to know why you say that.
Because look what you're actually saying. How, in what way are you pro-black and you're talking about all single-parent households? If you came up in a single-parent household, it makes no sense to blame the parent that actually stayed and raised you.
Well, I'm not blaming my mother, but what I am saying
Oh,
is
I
that
missed
your
quite a
mother.
bit there. Hold on. I missed that. Could you reverse for me, please?
Yeah, no, so I'm not blaming my mother, for instance, because I was also raised by a single mother, but I also understand how not having that male presence there, could also be detrimental, because if you don't have that male presence there to essentially guide you along the path of manhood and, instill in you values and understanding of what it means to
So
be a
you
man.
had no men in your life, like you didn't have a grandfather, you didn't have an uncle.
Nah, not really. I mean, I have those, but I mean,
And
but
that's your
that's not the
mother's
same
fault.
as, but that's not really the same as having a man in your house like 24/7 that you see interacting with your mother, that you see your mother respecting and submitting to, and
We could pull up your
treating like.
chart and we could see what the real problem is.
Yeah, the chart will tell us all we need to know.
His chart is very sad.
And then just look at a lot of the women even in our culture. They grew up being like, I don't need no man. I could do bad all by myself, because a lot of them didn't grow up with a father in their
You're
household.
generalizing.
And I'm not generalizing. It's just the truth.
No, but what culture? Because we all come from different cultures.
Well, mainly our culture is black people. Yeah, mainly our culture is black people.
Because Aman, she's from Africa. I'm Caribbean. You're
I'm
Tonga.
Jamaican.
Yeah, I'm Jamaican Bayesian.
You're Jamaican Bayesian?
Yeah, and Bayesian. Yeah.
But
And
like that's why
Bayesian?
you.
Yeah.
It's an interesting combination.
Yeah. Very.
Yeah.
Your parents met in the UK?
That's a rare one, brother.
Yeah, my parents met in the UK.
And me, I'm English.
I have an uncle.
Like an actual Englishman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's speaking through you right now.
Don't pay attention to him. He likes to troll.
Well, by ancestry.
By ancestry.
Yeah, by ancestry and DNA.
So you're officially one of the originals.
Yeah, I'm one of those.
Oh, you're one of the Solani.
You're one of the mandem.
Yeah.
The chosen.
Allah. Well, not fully, of course, because I mean, obviously, the majority of me is of sub-Saharan African ancestry. But I mean, like, I have about a good little 20 to 23%.
Yeah, that 20% is saying something right now. But you're
What do you mean by that?
You can decipher
Your
that.
your privileged side is speaking. Is what she's referencing.
Yeah. DNA ain't just DNA.
It's all about culture, right?
Yeah, but DNA ain't just DNA. DNA just it comes through in a lot of ways. It comes through in what you like to eat.
I think she's trying to say the A in the DNA for yours stand for asshole tonight. That's what she's trying to say.
I mean,
The DNA.
Wow.
8.8 in me won't make me eat beans and toast, so I'm happy with that.
Did you guys know something? It's actually a compliment when a woman calls you an asshole.
It is.
Yeah, because women only call them assholes that they actually find to be interesting. The guys that are agreeable, those are the guys that they look at as like weaklings.
How does that play out in your dating life?
Oh, it works a lot.
I can see.
Women usually don't talk about so then but they find really great things and stuff.
Yeah, bro, you're breaking up.
Your internet is not agreeing with you at all.
Yeah, no, I was saying women usually end up with the men they complain about.
Mhm. So the woman that you've been with complain about you?
Yep.
How did that turn out for you, bro?
How does that turn out for me?
Yeah.
Oh, to be honest, I'm actually ready to leave her ass.
Oh, you're in a relationship? I didn't even know. You kept that way.
Well, not currently right now, but when I was.
Oh, okay.
I choose to be single right now.
That's a good thing. Work on yourself.
Oh, every man needs a bad gal in them
Man,
life,
I might have to go over there to, man. I ain't gonna lie, man, bro. Maybe some little bad little foreigners around here, man.
Okay, if there was a country you'd want to go to, which country would it be?
You know, I used to always want to go to Ethiopia.
The food slaps.
They won't like you there. I'm gonna just tell you that right now.
Why won't they like me?
They will not like you there.
Why?
I just had a long conversation with a real Ethiopian.
I'm not even
Why?
Ethiopian, but they live right next to me, and I'm gonna just tell you right now, they would not like you over there.
Well, but why?
What are your perception of an Ethiopian woman? Why would you want to go over there? Is it just looks, or do you know anything about them? Have you seen one?
Yes, I've seen Ethiopians.
They're gorgeous, by the way.
I know a little bit about their culture too.
Have you had injera?
Yep, I've had injera before.
Fuck is injera?
Well, most Ethiopians I meet are usually cool people, but I don't really know how it would be over there.
I mean,
Injera. What is injera?
Injera is the flatbread that they serve the different portions of like food on.
I wouldn't call it
Oh,
flat.
okay.
It's made from teff grain. Teff is a
Yeah,
grain
teff
that's
flour.
native to.
Native to
teff,
Ethiopia.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's alkaline as well.
it's made from fermented teff grain. The teff is like a grain that's native to like those highlands in Ethiopia.
Yeah. I know how to make anjero, but obviously
That's the Somali version, right?
yeah. My
Are you a pork eater, my brother?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I can tear me up a rib sandwich.
Yeah, they say there ain't no pork in Ethiopia at all. No shrimp and no pork at all.
Oh
In
dang!
Ethiopia,
So I
you
can't
can't
get a
find
rib
it.
sandwich over there.
No, you can't find it over there.
Dang, man.
Well, I've
Damn.
never been, but that's what an Ethiopian told me.
Oh, they gonna change when they come here, bro. Shit. Hey, I'm gonna have them all go there in the hood on Friday night, man, getting a rib sandwich.
You say you want one of those women? You're good luck, brother.
Why you say that,
You'll
bro?
get all the white. You get all the whites you want first before you get to one of those.
Oh, but I'm saying I'm saying why? Well, like, why do y'all like? Well, they do not like black men or something?
it's hard to get
I'm
used to.
not saying that. I've never been inside one of them, so I couldn't speak for one of them. But I'll tell you that the access is very limited from the friends that I have that are whores.
The access is very limited.
What I've been told, ask Iman.
But that's what I'm trying to
He
figure
tell
out.
you.
Like, I'm trying to figure out why do you guys perceive that they don't?
I mean, it will really depend on the person individually, but Ethiopians in general have a really how do you say this? They have a lot of pride in who they are and their culture and everything. So they have this sense of, that's really all most East Africans in general, but we all have a sense of like where we think we're better than people. So
They rather not have a man than to have an outside man
But
from
wait a minute.
Ethiopia.
Yeah, they
Somebody
rather
other
keep
than
it.
Ethiopian.
But
Yeah.
I'm an
Yeah.
Englishman, though. I mean, you can't get any higher than that.
You're an Englishman?
Yeah.
None of that
But
matters.
that's not the standard over there. So if you go over there with that mindset, they're gonna laugh at you.
Okay, bro, look at it this way.
Yeah, but look at it like this. I'd be saving her from a bad situation.
So if you're going over
She's saving her from a bad
from what?
situation.
To
I'm
save them
sorry,
from
guys.
poverty?
Wait, say what again?
To save them from poverty?
Yeah, in danger.
Okay, so when you bring her over here, you marry her, and she gets her passport, what happens next? And she don't gotta deal with you anymore.
And she doesn't have to deal with me anymore.
Yeah, it's an exchange, right? It's conditional.
Oh, I'm gonna send my goons for her ass. She ain't gonna get away.
Yeah, so just don't go over there.
Hey, who said I was gonna bring her back here? Shit, I said I was gonna leave her ass over there. I ain't stupid.
She's not me.
Damn, bro. So you just going for the goods.
Yeah, we can have a long distance marriage.
Is that even a marriage?
Without the courts.
Mm-hmm.
That no one would accept that.
I don't believe in legal marriage anywhere. Legal marriage.
It's comical. Yo.
Bro, look at it this way. Like, even if you like get with her, you're gonna have to deal with the family too. I'm talking from experience because my daughter's mother, she's Somali, and I'm telling you, bro, I went through hell. Do you understand?
I ain't gonna have to deal with them.
It's not, bro. It's not for the weak.
Deal with the whole tribe, bro.
Yeah, you have to deal with everyone. So it's like, it's up to you. Like, personally, like, me and her just weren't compatible. It wasn't even a cultural thing. But, yeah, good luck, man. Good luck.
You know, a lot of well, that's crazy though. You guys say that because I see a lot of Ethiopian women with Black American men specifically. I've seen more Ethiopian and Black American couples actually, ironically, than the Ethiopian than Black American.
What state? In what state? In what state?
Well, like DC or Maryland.
So those men have money?
Maryland.
I think some of them do, but I mean, I've known several who are just regular.
Sí.
¿Cuántos? ¿A verlos?
No la puedo compartir.
¿Por qué no puedes?
Yo, te vas a ir al gato, güey. Está bien bonito, carnal.
Un amigo.